Welcome to That Heartbreak Hogs podcast. If you are new here, please consider hitting that thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button. Please comment down below your thoughts on our takes. And with that being said, we are going to head into the video that you came here for. All right, guys. So I'm getting really fed up with this with these spreads, man. Um, I lost because of two games that were defined by half a point. So we're doing it different this week. We are doing
It's
it
in the
different.
cards. Ross is scared and he doesn't want to do it
No
anymore.
more spreads. We're picking upsets this week. So
Ross
Sid
is
and
tired
I,
of losing
I'm
and
tired of it.
he needs to he wants really needs to stop eating serrano peppers is what he said. And
Sid, you're out of focus, bro. You're out of focus.
I'm out of focus, but I'm winning.
Man,
But
it seems like
just
I need to get focused.
so just so
uh,
everyone knows, we're changing it up because Ross is scared of spreads and he wants to go to pure upsets. And if
yep.
he loses again, then
That way I don't lose by half a point again. You can't win by half a point. No more of that.
we had
So
3 games. I mean, we had a game and a
no, no,
game.
no. It's okay. We're just not doing that again. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go and try to select different upsets that we may disagree on, or just that we feel most confident in, and then as a tiebreaker, we can do a spread. We'll do a spread on the tiebreaker, which I'm gonna get screwed again on, but nah, I'm just messing with you. But yeah, we're gonna go over different upsets. But first, I've got to pay my dues. This is actually green, but I have a green screen, so it
He's
looks
only gonna
bad.
he's gonna do one this week. Two
I'm
was
only
too
doing
much last
one.
week.
No. So we're gonna do that, and then Sid, you're gonna start with your first upset that you think. Well, we can kind of start with which ones you think are a possibility, but maybe you're not as
Confident.
confident in, and then we're gonna finish with the ones that we're most confident with. So, you ready, buddy? Cheers.
All right, let's see it. So I wanted to start with Michigan, Ohio State. Of course, I don't think it's gonna be uh, an upset, but I do think that rivalry is very much alive and up there. So I think it'll be more interesting than what the line is predicted in the spread, which is 21. But as Ross said earlier, we're not doing spreads, and he won't let me take that 21. Um, but I do we'll keep an eye, of course, like everyone else, like that will be a game to keep an eye out on because that rivalry is always there, and Michigan's going to play to fight and knock out Ohio State whenever possible. And Ohio State knows this too, so we'll see if that happens. Um, I'm sure you agree with that statement, Ross.
Um, I mean, I personally don't think that Michigan has a shot, but I mean, 21 points is pretty high.
Right. Yeah, I think for sure. I think that this is just like that much of an underdog. Michigan's gonna want to fight. So we'll see. But Tennessee Vandy, that's another big rivalry. We'll see if Vandy can pull that upset off. I know it's a 10.5 point spread. I just think Tennessee really hasn't looked good, and Vandy plays pretty well at home. So this one will be a good one to keep an eye out. I'm not picking the upset, but I can see a potential in this as well.
Yeah, I like that one too. Tennessee is interesting. They haven't really they just look beatable. I mean, we beat them, but
Yeah, and I don't know if that's the reason, but that's a good enough reason, honestly. Nothing on Arkansas, but like, yeah, this season they really just have. I don't know how they're ranked 8, um, but hey, I think
they're
Vandy
11.
they're 11 now. Sorry. Um, yeah, my ranking on ESPN shows off, but in terms of Vandy, yeah, at home, I can see it. Okay. So next game, I'm thinking, um,
Clemson in South Carolina.
yeah, yes, Clemson, South Carolina. That's the one I was talking about. I can definitely see an upset in this one, and I was gonna pick South Carolina to win, um, as a upset. So I don't know if you were thinking the same thing or if you got Clemson.
Man, I was close. I do like South Carolina in it too. I definitely think that it's possible. South Carolina's defense, it's gonna keep them in this game.
All right, you don't want to go against me on this one. Pick Clemson, the 2.5 point favorites.
Um, no, I mean,
What
we'll do it
about
like
this?
this.
This is an
We'll do it
interesting
like this.
scenario.
Um,
Okay, yeah, go for it.
um, I was gonna say you pick your most confident one against my most confident one. Only one, and the rest of them we can just kind of talk.
Ross is out here just changing rules and changing because he's so scared. He already knows what my confident one is, but I have multiple confident ones. South Carolina is my confident one, but um,
I only have one confident one. Honestly, I'm not even fronting. I and that's the A
so
and
I
M
mean,
one.
honestly, South Carolina then might be my most confident one.
More
But
confident than the A&M one.
yeah, with the 2.5 point spread, um, well, how about this? If we put upset, like we got to put something on the line. If we both have the same upset and it doesn't happen, there should be a punishment for both of us. And I'm not saying serrano pepper, but like, um,
Here, we'll do this. I'll take Vandy. You take South Carolina.
okay. I was taking Vandy.
Okay, then I'll take South Carolina.
No, I want a Vandy in South Carolina. Oh, you're talking about
Oh,
upset? Yeah, then
yeah.
I'll take South Carolina if you want Vandy to with the upset.
Man, no, I don't really want Vandy with the upset anymore. Yeah, I'm not confident in that one. um, to
You
be
can
honest
pick
with
South
you,
Carolina. I'm just saying, if we both pick South Carolina, that counts as an upset, and we both. And if it does happen, we don't have to do anything. But if it doesn't happen, and we both
I
are
want to take
confident in
South
South Carolina.
Carolina. I don't want Vandy. That one's just more interesting to me. I'm gonna take South Carolina and A&M.
Okay, then we will do a shot of Tabasco or hot sauce on that. If we're
What?
both, if so here's the
We're
thing,
gonna do what now?
since we both picked South Carolina to upset Clemson,
Oh, by the way, Alabama lost. Do you remember what we had on the line?
I remember. I was hoping you forgot. We'll talk about that at the end.
Okay.
Um, but here's the thing: South Carolina, since we both have this as an upset, and Clemson wins this game, we have to do a shot of hot sauce. Where it's like it can be like Cholula or Tabasco.
Um, I think that's only for our most confident one. My most confident one again, that's A&M.
No, I'm saying we both have the punishment because we're both. If you're not confident in it, then you got to pick Clemson
Why don't we
because we're
just pick
picking.
one?
No,
Why don't we
because you
just
said.
pick our favorite? Because if it's risking the hot sauce, we only need to work. I don't want to pick five and then one of them misses and I have to, you know.
But we're both picking it as what you can't just pick one confident upset. You have to pick.
Yeah, and if you
You,
miss
you
your confident
no,
upset, you have to
that's what
take a
I'm
shot.
saying.
So if we both pick A&M, for example, like just you decide that that's your most confident, and we
I
both
know, but we
lose,
both
we'll
just
both
picked
have to.
like if South Carolina was my most confident upset, it's yours as well. So
Oh, my most confident one is A&M.
okay, so then South Carolina is mine.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I keep saying that. Like, my most confident one is the A&M game. If we're only picking one, I want the A&M game. You can have it too if you want. But I mean, like, that's my most confident one out of any upsets that I have to look at this and pick.
yeah, I just don't know if I like picking one, but
Oh, I don't want to pick
yeah,
three or something and then I get one of them wrong. I want to, out of all the ones that could potentially happen, I have to pick one that's right
why one?
because it may not happen. And the odds of three happening is really, I mean, it's
So
not
if we
likely.
both could essentially we both could get it wrong,
Yeah.
and
Either
then
way, I mean, like South Carolina could lose and
and then
A&M
it
could
just
lose.
comes down to what it was originally, which was a spread.
If we just get our one pick wrong, we take a shot. It's not even against one another, even. It's just whichever game we pick, if we get it wrong, we take the shot.
All right, Ross is changing rules. Um, we'll pick South Carolina.
I'm not.
Um,
You are.
yeah, but you picked South Carolina as well. This is just my most confident one.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I could see it happening, is what I mean. Like, I think that it is decently likely to happen. But the one that I want to risk on is the A&M one. Like
Okay.
if I've got to risk, taking a shot at Tabasco sauce, jeez. Are you sure you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I'm just saying, like, ooh.
We've done Serrano pepper. We've done Buffalo Wild Wing.
I mean, a
Um,
shot's a lot.
no, it's the same. It's a shot. We're not
Well,
chugging.
I mean, I'm dying over here, so I mean, I'm I'm thinking about it a little differently than you are.
We're agreeing
um,
on this on the
all right,
spot,
let's
and we're
do it.
moving on.
Screw it. I mean, I've been able to survive every one of these weeks
Yeah.
because I've only won like two of them. Um, so let's yeah, you're gonna take South Carolina, and this is not spreads. This is upset.
Right.
You've got to South Carolina's got to win. I'm gonna take A&M. Um, I just think that they're coming into Kyle Field, wounded dog mode, backs against the wall. They are still in the college football playoff hunt. All they have to do is beat Texas, and then they will probably have to also win the SEC championship game to get in. But again, they are still in the hunt. Texas has not. A&M is the best team that Texas has played outside of Georgia, and they lost to Georgia at home. They now have to travel to Kyle Field, to a place that absolutely hates them.
I don't think A&M is in the playoff hunt.
Yeah, they'll go to the SEC championship if they win.
I still don't think they get in.
If they win the SEC championship game, they'll get in.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can't keep them out if they win the SEC championship game. I mean,
Yeah,
if
it'll
you
be interesting because
they'll be the SEC champion.
I understand just with 3 losses and
Yeah, but only
um,
2 SEC losses. You can't keep the SEC champion out of the playoff. I don't think that'll happen. Like I think that they'll beat
true
Texas and then they'll lose,
to
but
Georgia. Yeah.
um, or
Okay,
whoever. Yeah, I
that's
guess it
fair.
would be Georgia, but yeah, I do. I like A&M in this one. I just think that this has upset written all over it. A&M's at home. Texas is already in the playoff. They don't quite have the same mentality. They are very cocky about winning this game. They just think they have not considered A&M a threat at all, and I think that's going to tick A&M off. So that's who I've got. Sid, do you want to go over any other possible upsets too? I was kind of thinking Memphis and Tulane starting on Thursday. I thought that it was interesting that Tulane, it looks like they're the home team. They are favored by 14.5. I think Memphis has got a shot in this. Like Memphis is not a bad team.
Yeah, I don't honestly know much about either of these teams. I as a 14.5 point favorite or as a spread, I'm surprised it's that big, but like again,
Yeah.
don't know much about these 2 teams, so I don't
Or it looks like it's
couldn't
13.5 now. It
couldn't
was
tell you
14.5, and then I
couldn't tell you the
refreshed.
favorites or couldn't tell you if it's going to be an upset or not for this one.
All right. Well then
But the Baylor Kansas one, I know I'll be in Missouri this week, and oh, a lot of people will be watching that game that are um yeah before the
oh, that
what
will be interesting. At Baylor, um Baylor is 7-4. Kansas has been on a bit of a hot streak.
yeah.
Um that's a good one. It wouldn't be an upset though if Kansas wins because they are favored by 1.5.
Right. Um, I don't know. It could be a close game, and it would be.
Yeah,
I
that
yeah,
is one to keep an eye on.
I do see Kansas winning, but I think that could be a good game because that's also a rivalry ish, at least in basketball. But
Mm-hmm.
both these teams are
Our
basketball schools, so but who
basketball
knows?
schools, yeah. Sid, we've got to finish this one off with the Arkansas Mizzou game.
Yeah,
Man, there's
I'm
potential
picking this as
here.
an upset. I know I had said this originally as a confident pick.
Yeah,
I don't think I believe you had talked about it in our other video. You don't see it happening. You hope you're proven wrong.
yeah.
Um, but I see it. I have hope.
All right, but you still want South Carolina as your lock pick though, right?
Yeah, yeah. There's a
Okay.
difference between hope and luck.
Yeah. Hey man, hope can be a dangerous thing, man. And this one's dangerous because it looks like that Missouri and all their big games they've lost, and all the games that Missouri should win they've won. Um, and Arkansas is kind of the same way, except they had an upset against Tennessee, but then they had a weird head scratching loss against Oklahoma State, so it kind of evened out. Um, so these are two programs that are kind of they're winning the games they should win,
hmm
and now it's like, well, who should win this? I would, tilt a little towards Mizzou on this. They're at home. Arkansas's never beaten them at Mizzou, and I think that just kind of says it all. It's just historically Arkansas. This game does not favor Arkansas, and that hope, can you know get crushed pretty quickly. But
Yeah, we'll see
we'll
because
just see. I mean,
Auburn, Alabama.
it's update.
There's
It's upset season, man. It's upset
exactly,
season.
especially this week. I can see a lot of upsets. I know that there's
Mm-hmm.
a bunch of games that we didn't talk about, but
And they
rivalry
changed the
week,
day.
like rivalry, it feels like rivalry week almost because yeah, Auburn, Alabama. Um, anything's possible in that game with how Alabama's been playing
Hmm.
this season. Um,
Yeah, that one, in my opinion, I do not think that Alabama will lose, but I do think that they do not win by 2 scores. I think Auburn keeps it
I wouldn't
close.
be too surprised if they did. 'Cause
Hmm.
Alabama's, I think, already out of the playoffs. Um,
Unfortunately for us.
so unfortunately for us, which I guess speaking
we
of,
need to we
after
need to
we
we
can
need to speak
discuss.
on that.
Let them know.
Oh yeah, you got this, buddy. You got this.
So earlier in the season, Ross, not just Ross and I both had said if Alabama loses or doesn't make the playoff,
Hmm.
we both would eat 2 serrano peppers. Unfortunately for us, that looks like it's gonna be the case.
Let me tell you, I ate 2 of them last week.
Ugh,
It's not something that I looked forward to doing ever again, but here we are.
we got to get to how about this?
Man, my luck was so bad last week. It was so bad.
We
I
got to get
lost two
to
games to Sid by half a point on spreads, and then Alabama lost.
so I got
Oh,
a little twist on
not that we're
this.
Bama fans over here, but
I got a twist on this. We got to get this video to over X amount of views for us to do the 2 serrano peppers with the hot sauce.
Mhm.
Otherwise, we just do the hot sauce. So, we got to get if this video gets over, I don't know, 30 views, then
100.
we 100.
Just
Well, let's make this manageable. Let's make this manageable. 50,
okay.
50 views for this video, and we will do the serrano peppers and the hot sauce.
Oh my god.
Okay. Let's make it happen.
Now, if A&M wins, my pick, I only have to do the serrano peppers.
Yeah, and if South Carolina wins,
Only for you,
yeah.
only the serrano peppers. Oh,
But if they both don't win, if they both don't win, then we both have to do it.
yeah. All
Are
right.
we doing I guess let's not do a tiebreaker then this week. We'll make since we already have to
Yeah.
do serrano peppers, we'll just do the hot sauce as the upset, and
Yeah.
it's kind of an
It's
added
based
on
off of
measure.
if our locked upset if it hits.
All right, let's get to 50.
Let's get to 50. Thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. Again, please consider hitting that like button, subscribing to our channel, and commenting down below. We'll see you guys in the next video.